We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. He was born to run the fast break. It's Jay Williams.
Dishing the ball left, dishing the ball right, making the right play at the right time, because that's what guards from Plainfield, New Jersey do. Let's see what they do on the court this evening.
It's time to hoop it up. We are ready to go. Clippers have got it. Turns and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Reggie Jackson with a piece. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. George to the basket, but it won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Here's Leonard for two. Can't connect.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Paul George missed his first. That one goes.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Drummond to Reggie Jackson. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
LA Clippers with the basketball to Paul George. Leonard. No good. Kennard to Griffin. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
But if great shooters keep getting open looks, it's a matter of time before they start knocking them down. You have to start contesting some shots.
Good look that time, but off the mark. George on the drive, but his shot misses.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Jackson with it. They trail by 2. To Luke Kennard. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short. George smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Has a look. Kennard shot off the mark. To George. Shot from the lane won't go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Blake Griffin, tough matchup against George. Kennard to Drummond. Fires the 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Leonard. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Griffin to Jackson. Kawhi Leonard sends it away. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
To Drummond. Even to Zubats. Swats it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
From the painted area, won't go down. Leonard to Williams. Leonard blocked away. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Leonard. Williams buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Paul George. Trying to cash in. Beverly's shot, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
And count the basket inside.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
George, that's how you defend. And he throws it down. Andre Drummond with the slam.
Had a difficult first quarter. Couldn't really find his rhythm, but you got 3 more left to play.
Deep right corner to Drummond. Rose. Kawhi Leonard.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Knocked loose. The big fella, Andre Drummond. 2 for 3 now here in the first. That's it for the first quarter. The Pistons have the lead. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
I know you're wondering why I'm clapping. Both teams came out in the first quarter and they executed. When do you ever see that, Ed? You have to continue to bring those competitive juices into the second quarter, and we're going to have one heck of a ball game.
Clippers have it. Leonard to Beverly. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Leonard. He'll get it down low to Harrell. 4-3, and he burns them.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Derrick Rose slams it down.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Can't connect from inside. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Off the assist.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
To Williams. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Rose. Shot clock winding down. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. It's the Clippers with the possession now. Leonard still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
To Luke Kennard. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
It's George for 2, and he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Paul George locked in, hits the tough 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
Patrick Beverly tips it. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Reggie Jackson. Subbing in for the Clippers, number 20.
Griffin to Luke Kennard. Knocked loose. Detroit with 4 to shoot. The big fella, Andre Drummond. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Beverly to Paul George. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Leonard. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. Jackson to Drummond. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
It's LA Clippers ball. Leonard. Well defended. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's now 5 for 6. Time expires to end the first half with the Pistons way out in front. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George to Beverly. George, great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Leonard to Beverly. For 3. Missed it. Great dish to set it up. To the rim. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 15. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Jackson with it. His guys lead here early stages third quarter. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Leonard.
Number 6. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
Jackson with it. The lead is 11. Nothing going here on that drive. To Drummond. Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those 3 things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Jackson with it. It's an 11-point game. Beyond the arc for 3. And Reggie Jackson gets the 3 to drop.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Got him. I got him. Here we go. I got ball.
Leonard. That won't go. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard. Pass stolen by Detroit. Lobs it up. Kennard. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 3 for 6 now.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Jackson with it. His team on top by 13. To Griffin. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Griffin to Reggie Jackson from long range. Not getting the bounce. George. He drills the 3.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Kennard. Lets it fly from long range. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Entering the game for the Clippers, number 23, Louis Williams.
Clippers have the basketball. George, guarded by Morris. Going to launch beyond the arc. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this 3rd quarter. Rose into the front court. His team up by 7. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
George, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
Buries the trifecta.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Pistons have it. Kicks it outside to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 4 out of 7.
I think the defender had absolutely 0 chance on that play.
Paul George gets it in the left corner. Leonard. The jumper's off the mark. Paul George. Huge block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
3 quarters down. The 4th quarter coming up. The Pistons with a nice advantage. Pistons basketball here to start the 4th quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the 4th quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the 4th.
George, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Goes to the left side. Rose. A big finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Jackson to Griffin. Montrezl Harrell with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Blake Griffin snatching it out of the air.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Defense snuffed it out. Harkless off the mark. Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. Reggie Jackson rocks the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got on an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Throws it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Leonard.
That'll be a winning formula in overtime every time. Answer a 2 on one end with a 3 on the other. Ed, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think a 3 is more than a 2, correct?
That is great math, my friend. Jackson gets it in the right corner. Blake Griffin matched up with Paul George. Fine to shoot. Leaves his man in the dust and finishes at the rim.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
That right there, Jay, his 8th 3 of the game. He is putting on a show.
He's defying physics with that jumper. He's not even holding his foul through.
To Jackson. Leonard. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. And scores, plus the foul. You have to respect every part of his game. Blake Griffin going to the line for a chance at 3.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
George, it's no good. Shots not going down. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
You see, Ed, skill levels at this game are at an all-time high. Inside-out threats are tough. You got to make it hard for him to actually catch the ball in those higher percentage areas.
Griffin, and it's Zubac with the rebound. Here's a chance from long range. Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Second of 3 is good. And he hits all 3 free throws. The possession in favor of Detroit. Jackson. Clippers have got it. And the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Rose to Griffin. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
The hot night continues. He's at 9 threes here tonight.
Uh-oh, someone's getting towards that single-game record territory. He's having that kind of night.
Griffin. To Reggie Jackson. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers, so it stays with Detroit. Griffin. Rose. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4 to Jackson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. To Leonard. Rose grabs the rebound. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer, and it's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over.